Hi, welcome back to YouTube, Sue Miller, 1947. And it's been a while since I did any cooking videos, so I thought I would make pasta. I learned how to make pasta through my mother-in-law. She didn't have a pasta machine. All she had was a pot to boil the pasta in. She had a rolling pin and the ingredients. I didn't grow up learning how to cook. Basically, my mother, she had a lot of kids and she worked, so she really basically opened cans and packages and heated them up. When I met my mother-in-law, she did almost everything from scratch. It was really wonderful. I didn't know that you could make pasta in your house. That you have to buy in a package. So I'm going to show you how to make pasta. Anybody can do it. Well, almost anybody can do it if you can use your hands. Now all you need is a rolling pin, and you don't even need a bowl. You can do it on a counter or you can do it on a board. You need flour and eggs. I'm going to make this pasta with 2 eggs and 2 cups of flour. You don't need 2 eggs. If you don't have 2 eggs, you can use 1 egg. And a little bit of water. Come on with me. Come on. We're going to make some pastas. But there's a reason why the people make that. It's easy to do. It is the simplest thing in the world to do. So if you want to save money, instead of going to a restaurant and eating spaghetti and paying, I don't know, 10 bucks a piece or 8 bucks or $5 a piece for spaghetti, make your own. Now the recipe that I'm going to show you is enough for 4 people. If you're really hungry, 2 people. So come on, let's go and make some pasta. And this is a painting I'm in the middle of doing. I just want to let you know what that is behind me. I'm in the middle of doing this huge painting for a brother of mine. So if you're curious, it's not done, so you know, don't judge. Judge if you want, I don't care. Okay, come on, let's go make some pasta. I start out with 2 cups of flour. And I make a little well in the middle. I made a little well in the middle. So now I put the eggs in the well. I stirred up the eggs a little bit and get the flour from the sides. And mix it in, and you just keep doing this. I'll start with 1 tablespoon of water, maybe 2. It all depends on how big the egg is. If the eggs and how much the flour absorbs the eggs. You can go overboard with the... If you put too much water, then you have to add more flour, and okay, so it seems like the flour is really dry. You can put this in a machine and use the metal blade. So, but I'm going to do it without the machine, just to show you. Okay. Just kind of incorporate that flour with the eggs. I'm just rubbing it between my hands. So it's kind of a boring process, but you can speed up the YouTube if you want to. Okay, I think I can put more water. I'll put 2 more. Well, in the book it says to knead 20 minutes or something. I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. My hands won't take it. And if you have a machine, a food processor, it says 2 to 4 minutes. Let's see, I can use another 2, I think. Now, I'm just going to mix it. Make sure it has the same moisture all the way through. Just by turning it, and see in the middle there's not so much water. Okay. I'm going to roll it in a ball. And cover it. I'm just going to cover it with another bowl and let it sit there for 20 minutes. Well, it has been 40 minutes. So what I'm going to do is take it out of here, out of the bowl, and put some flour on the table. I have 2 rolling pins. I have a long one. Well, I have this long one, and I have a thin long one, and I have this shorter one. And I'm going to divide this. I'm going to just divide it in half, just to make it a little easier, and put this half back under the bowl. And I don't know, maybe even I'll divide it again. It'll be easier to show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to flatten it out. Put flour. And just going to roll it. So what I see, I roll it once and back, and turn it a quarter turn. Okay, until I until I get it. It's about, I don't know, is that a 1/4 inch? I don't know. But until I can get it where I can, I'm going to put some more flour. And I'm going to wrap it around this rolling pin. And then I'm just going to, whoop, oh. So I wrap it around the rolling pin. And as I roll it, I move my hand out. See, it's getting thinner already. And I just keep doing that. It's getting bigger. And pressing down, and you see how much bigger it's getting? I'll keep doing it. As you roll it back and forth, you press down. And it doesn't take that long. So it gets thinner and bigger. You see how thin that is? And you're supposed to be able to see your hand through it. I don't see my hand through it yet. So I'll just keep rolling it up. It's getting pretty thin. Keep putting flour. If you don't put flour, it will stick together. Roll it up. I run my hand over and I feel high and low spots. Maybe I'll turn it this way. Now I can see pretty much my hand through it. I'll try it this way for one more time. Now this is really homemade. So you're gonna have, it's not gonna be perfect like if it was run through a machine. I mean, it's gonna be even and uneven. But I guess if you get really good at it, I got some lumps and wrinkles there now. I tell you, it's been a very long time since I made this. You learn how to do it. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see. This is how thin it is. Gonna roll it this way again. Long ways. Okay. So now that I've got it thin and all rolled out, I should have a ruler to tell you how big it is, but it's one hand. It's about 12 inches, 13 inches, and this way It's about 12 by 8 right now. So, just gonna roll it one more time. Just try to make it just a little smoother. I mean, it's pretty smooth, but okay, that's enough. Okay, so now I put more flour. So fold it in half, fold it, let's see, in a quarter. Fold it in another quarter. And, okay, so now I just take a knife with a flat edge, and I make pasta. Well, these will actually be noodles. And you so you just do that. You can kind of measure it with your hand. If you want them all the same, just move your hand back the same amount. Sorry, I guess you were in the shadow. Okay, I might do this video again. Okay, so you just loosen it up and put more flour, and that will prevent it from sticking. So this is this is about 1/4 of the pasta. So that's 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs, and a little bit of water. Okay, this is the result of 2 cups of flour and 2 eggs and a little bit of water. Keeps going and going. Okay, there's the end of the table. So I guess that would be like 2 feet by 1 foot of pasta. Yeah. So next is to put it in the water in the on the stove. Put the pasta in the pan. The water was boiling too hard, so I moved it off the burner till the burner cools off a little bit. You don't really want it to boil. Just, I mean, you don't want a hard boil. Just like a simmering boil, a light boil. When it floats, count 8 minutes after it starts to float. They're already floating. When it floats, you count 8 minutes. So I set the timer for 8 minutes, and after 8 minutes we'll check, see if they're done. They're already floating. When it floats, you count 8 minutes. So I set the timer for 8 minutes, and after 8 minutes we'll check, see if they're done. I had my expert taste tester try it out, and he said it needs 3 more minutes. So we'll just let it cook for 3 more minutes. But it looks wonderful.
It does.
See, that's the expert talking. So I didn't make sauce. And if you're sitting around saying, well, what am I going to cook? I don't have any food. I don't have anything to eat. If you have 2 eggs, or even 1 egg, you can do this with 1 egg, and 2 cups of flour, so a little bit of water, and you make yourself some pasta. And what we did here was we made cut up some garlic with a little oil and parsley, salt and pepper, and you have a garlic sauce, or pesto sauce. And if you don't have that, and you only have pepper, salt and pepper, you can use salt and pepper.
And butter.
And butter or oil. If you need to eat and you have no food, here's just one solution. Make yourself some pasta. So this is how I serve it. I put a little bit of garlic oil on the plate with my pasta grabber. I take a scoop of that, bring it out, and then put some more. I like garlic, so I'm going to put a lot of garlic and oil, and ready to serve. Oh, I forgot. This is called queso rallado or parmesan or romero. Romero, right?
This one is parmesan.
Parmesan. So with some parmesan, sprinkle that on top. And I'll zoom in for you. Lunch.
Yummy, yummy.
Yummy, 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 yummy. Okay. Now that we made pasta, it wasn't that easy. As long as you have a way to cook it, a way to make it, and you can do it. And I'll be putting some more videos on other foods that are easy to make. I wanted to make this video for people that are struggling with their finances. Also, know what you're eating. That's my greatest joy, is to know where my food came from. I looked at the package. The first ingredient is flour, and then the rest of the ingredients are chemicals. There's not even an egg. They warn you that there could be, the machines could have had eggs in them, just in case you're egg allergic. Thank you for coming to YouTube, Sue Miller, 1947. Bye.